Dudes, Masquerade Week is upon us. After all this time and 2 years of delays and reschedules, Masquerade is finally here tomorrow. Metal Summoners, we appreciate you guys so much for toughing it out, as well as all the BLE fans for toughing it out for 2 years worth of reschedules to be able to party tomorrow. But tonight is about us and it is about our friends. So we welcome you guys, as always, to the Island of Misfit Toys. For Angel Alamo, for Bobby Dreyer, Psycho Steve will be joining us in a little bit. And we are also being joined by our good friend, Ron S. from Empire Extreme. He is joining with us tonight as well. And we would like so much to thank you guys again for letting us do our thing. So we are super stoked to see you guys tomorrow. But we are super stoked to be talking to our friends tonight. We've got Love and Chains joining us. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Hey.
How you doing?
Good, good. How are you?
Super fabulous.
All right.
Yay!
Well, now time to get Bobby started.
Uh-oh.
How's Philadelphia? How's Philadelphia
That's why I'm
treating you
here.
guys so far?
What's that?
How's Philadelphia treating you guys so far?
So far, so good. You know, it is the city of brotherly love, as they say.
Yes, it is. So where are you guys at in Philly right now?
We're at the Masquerade Hotel, which is the Delta Marriott. So we're having a good time. Just got in a little earlier today. Got to see Brad, which was really cool. And hopefully we'll be able to get over to the venue tomorrow, get a little work in at the venue, and then just get everything a little bit tighter to hit the stage tomorrow night for our debut show.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, hopefully I can remember how to play guitar. That'd be cool.
It's okay. I have a few if you need help with.
Yeah, well, feel free to bring them all. It's quite all right.
Oh, you never know.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
100%. So why don't you talk to us a little bit about Love and Chains and how that got together? Mike, of course, you're involved with Steel City as well. So why don't you talk to us a little bit about what exactly Love and Chains is and what the fans have to look forward to?
Okay, sure. What we did is we started this project because we thought we were going to have something that was going to be a little bit more like Kiss, where we had Paul, Gene, Ace, and Peter, and everybody got a turn at the mic. And Jason was a little bit busy doing other stuff at the time, so he really wasn't able to contribute too much. And so Rob and I just started recording vocals and getting some songs down, sending them to our mix engineer, Mr. Ty Sims. And every time we got some vocals back from Ty, it was always my main man right here, because Ty basically said that I sucked and I shouldn't be singing. So that's how it came to be, where we've got like one lead singer, and every time I try to do something where I sing, somebody tells me shut the fuck up.
Ty was a little nicer than that.
Yeah, Ty was nicer. He actually
Not-
just said,
not Mike.
he said, Mike, he's like, your vocals are fine. There's nothing wrong with your vocals. His were just a lot better. So that's how that came about. And, we got Eric Johnson, actually played bass and played drums on the album, but Brian Carl is going to be, for the most part, going to be our touring guy. And Jason Cornwell will be our live bassist as well. And then the next time, we do an album or we do an EP or anything, those guys will be on the album moving forward.
Very cool, brother. So, Mike, also the last time that we got to see you and chit chat and interview, we were in Nashville for Rockin' Pod.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good time. Yeah, for sure. That was pretty fun.
Absolutely, man. So, talk a little bit about just kind of let's get us kind of caught back up from then to now. Talk a little bit about what's been going on since last August up until currently in July.
Oh man, right now, what we've been doing is we've had the Love and Chains thing that we've been working on, and the album's actually set for an August 30th release date. We've been working with some European promoters, and they asked us to set the release date back a little bit so they can just kind of promo the album in Europe. And so we agreed to that. And then, we've been working on that. I know Rob's been working on a lot of his other side projects as well, and also his main band, which is called Apocalyptic Lovers. And then Steel City, we've been a little bit busy. We've got a new drummer. His name is Anthony White. Really good friend of Roy Cathy, as you know, because they both play together in Cold Sweat.
Yeah.
And so we'll be playing on Saturday, and that'll be our first show with Anthony. We're really looking forward to that too.
Very cool, man. Very cool. Absolutely. Bobby, let's kick it over to you, brother.
So you guys got a new single out with, the Heroes. So how is that all coming about with doing that project and Steel City? I mean, how'd you guys come up with that? And also the Kiss reference. I got to go there.
Oh,
Uh,
well, I don't know if you guys can see Rob's shirt or not.
Yeah.
It kind of that makes it kind of self-explanatory. But we're both big Kiss fans, and we were trying to come up with a name for the band, and we wanted to use, because again, the premise was going to be that we wanted to be like Kiss. We wanted to have people taking turns on vocals, and Rob was just too damn good, and he kind of screwed that up for the rest of us. Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate that, you son of a bitch. No, but in all seriousness, I'm kidding. He's not a son of a bitch. I'm the son of a bitch. But no, so we just try to come up with a good reference, and every time we're thinking of like, that song sounds lame, we're like, what about Love and Chains? It's Paul Stanley tune, it's a rockin' tune, and that's how we kind of came up with the name, just as a tribute to Kiss. And there you go. And that's why we also put Love Gun on the album.
Well, how'd you come up with the single?
Oh, well, we came up with the single simply because, we all, Rob works in healthcare. He works in IT and healthcare. I'm actually a respiratory therapist. And when we were going through the pandemic, it was just a song that I felt kind of resonated. It kind of completed that song, probably started writing it in like 2019, 2020, and it just resonated with a lot of people. I have friends that are policemen who actually sent in lyrics to help us complete the song, as well as Rob's bassist Mike Nagy from the Apocalyptic Lovers is a fireman. He gave us some cool fireman references. So when you see the album, you see the CD, and you start looking at the authors of that song, it's going to read like a rap song. It's like 400 people to say I love you.
That's great.
That's awesome, man, for sure. So let's keep the Kiss train rolling a little bit, just to have a little bit of fun. So let's talk about what you guys think of, like, we'll just keep it basic to start. How are we liking the painted era versus like the unpainted era?
Oh, Rob, go ahead. You start. I have my thoughts on this.
That's like, who's better, David or Sammy? I don't know. It's I think the older stuff is better. That's Destroyer. I think the newer stuff is more modern. It's not as raw. So I dig the older stuff better.
I kind of like all of it, man. I like all of it. My favorite album from Kiss is Revenge, and strangely, I mean, the end of the makeup era was probably Creatures of the Night. And I'd have to say like Revenge, maybe Creatures, Lick It Up, Asylum, and Rock and Roll Over are my favorites. So really, there's only one album from the 70s that's in my favorites. Although, man, Dress to Kill could be right up there. I love that album, man. That's badass. So, but I love Kiss, man. That was Ace Frehley was my first guitar god, and up until I heard John Norum, Ace Frehley probably held the title for me.
Nice. Yeah, no, I definitely get it. I mean, there's so much from the painted Kiss that I love. I mean, Black Diamond is still easily one of my very favorite songs, and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, for me, it has a little bit to do with my age, but then also a little bit with just my overall love of like glam. Like, I mean, I love that 80s era of Kiss. I mean, it's unfortunate that it was so limited on original members by that time, but just the stuff that they, were doing, like, Heaven's on Fire and Lick It Up and Crazy Nights is easily still one of my very favorite Kiss songs. There's just so much good that did come out of that, like, unpainted era,
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I said, and
Tears Are Falling. Like,
I mean, we might differ in the fact that Crazy Nights for me wasn't really one of my favorite albums, but Hell or High Water is on that album, and that song just freaking rocks, dude.
Sure.
And there's great music from every era of Kiss. Yeah. I'm probably one of the few people that likes The Elder. I actually have done a version of The Elder where I actually put a guitar solo in the middle. We talked about possibly doing and we also talked about possibly playing Rock Bottom. But Rob's version of Love Gun was just so badass. We had to stick with that.
That's awesome. Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
And one more thing from me before I kick it up to Angel for a little bit. Let's branch it into a little talk about Vinnie Vincent Invasion.
Oh,
Are we
dude.
a Rob guy or are we a Mark guy?
are we Robert Fleischman or Mark Slaughter?
Yeah.
Mark Slaughter is a great singer, man. And Rob, you can take it from here. But I'm a Robert Fleischman guy, dude, for sure.
Oh,
You sure?
I'm 100% sure.
I'm the opposite. I'm Mark Slaughter on that one.
Yeah, sorry, man. I'm Fleischman all the way, man. That first album to me just kicks ass. That's the shit right there.
Nice. That's awesome, man, for sure. Angel, let's bring you up, my good dude. How are you doing? How are the Metal Summoners doing?
Super excited. After 2 years, Masquerade is finally here.
My guy.
Yeah, Masquerade is upon us.
Upon us?
Finally.
Right.
Question is, what's your favorite Slaughter song? Question.
Wow. Go ahead, man.
Up all night, sleep all day.
I don't know, man.
No, I don't. I mean, that's good.
Oh,
That's
man.
not my favorite. I don't know.
You mentioned Robert Fleischman. Now everybody's saying Mark Slaughter.
It's like, okay, if I have to choose a Slaughter tune, I'd probably say Burning Bridges.
Nice.
Which is coincidentally,
Yeah,
it's about
yeah,
Vinnie
that's
Vincent.
What's that?
Yeah.
That song is
that's
about Vinnie
true.
Vincent.
Yeah, it is.
Right, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It's still a cool tune, man. Slaughter to me just didn't have the edge Vinny had. I'm not saying it was bad by any stretch. I still like Slaughter music. I just think Vinny's music had a little bit more, I guess, aggression to it, and that probably resonated with me a little bit more. And it's like
Nice.
usually I've written power ballads. I'd like to think that I could write an okay power ballad, but I'm usually drawn to the heavier songs on an album for sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, Mike, the tie's been broken, dude. You're down 2-1 because our Metal Summoner fan Kyle put in his vote saying he's a Mark Slaughter guy. So you're down 2-1 now. Here comes to Vinnie Vincent.
I have
I'll just put it this way: it's tough for you guys,
Angel, mute. Sorry, Mike. Go ahead, bro.
Right, I get it. It's okay.
that's how
I'm
he
not
says he
hurt
loves
by
you.
Nah, for sure, man. Absolutely. Go ahead, Angel. Right back to you, bro.
No, I just got a quick question. Let me just bring up the picture. And don't worry, it's nothing naked. No, this is something cool that you guys are doing. The merch table that you guys are doing, which is pretty cool price. $30, and that's the CD sticker.
Mhm. Well,
Sure.
not pictured there. We're also going to be there's like a little cinch bag that we're going to be putting on there as well. The reason why we did that, it was like, we found out, the shirts were going to be $30, and, we're a new band. And even with Steel City, I just thought, well, wouldn't it be cool if somebody's getting a t-shirt, they could have the CD too, and have all the little goodies that go with it. And it just seems like the right thing to do to meet new people, gain new friends. And like I said, I think the shirt itself is pretty cool with the skull.
Yes,
and the
it
love
is.
stains. Yeah, I took that to one of my buddy's houses in Youngstown, man. I'm like, I need a backdrop. He's like, let's put it in front of some alcohol. I'm like, good idea. I like that idea. So there you go.
Yeah, dude. Does the liquor bottle come with it too?
I wish it did.
I
wish it did, because I'm probably going to need a few shots of that before I go on stage tomorrow.
Is the meet and greet included with the $30? Some bands do charge for meet and greets today. So.
Well, I don't know how that's working. That's something that we'd have to run through with Brad. I mean, I that's a good question. you know, as far as I know, what we were going to do is we were just going to say, you know, hey, make sure that you stop by. You know, we'll stop by the Merch booth after the show, and we'll just say hi and hang out. You know, if anybody's got any questions or anybody wants to pick something up, or if somebody wants something signed, you know, we'd be happy to do all that. But I know Brad, I think, is going to be running like a meet and greet as well. So I don't know 100% on how that's going to work.
Also, I'm definitely, because I saw that, I was like, wow, that is so freaking cool.
Yeah, it's actually
for
on our
30 bucks.
website. It's actually $35, but we figured for the show weekend, with the shirts being 30, we'll just make everything 30. You know, make it right.
And you get it right away. No need for shipping and handling.
That's right.
there you go.
No
Or-
shipping and handling, no tax.
Or
It's
having to
all
beat
right
up
there,
some,
right in your hand.
or having to beat up somebody trying to steal it. When it gets delivered to your door.
Nah, dude, but that also means that they can pick up the shirt and then put it on right before the set.
And
That's
hashtag
right.
it.
Yeah,
Hashtag
there you
it.
go.
Right.
You're
Take a
good.
picture on Instagram and Twitter and hashtag it.
For sure. Absolutely.
So, Mike, when it comes to Love and Chains, what was it about doing it to differ from Steel City? Like a creative outlet that you wanted to do, or just different opportunity to write something that might not necessarily have fit for Steel City?
Well, again, I wanted to sing, man.
Fair enough.
But aside from that, yeah, it is a little bit of it's a little bit different than Steel City. But I have a good friend in a band called Wild America. His name is Billy DiNapoli. And one of the things that when I first started doing this with Rob, Billy and I were talking, and I said, I think this song is a bit more of a Steel City song, and I think this song, might fit, something a little heavier or whatever. And Billy was just, and I mean, I know some of you guys know Billy. He's like, yo, Mikey, it was just shut up with that crap. He's like, send this guy everything you got. Let him pick what he wants. He goes, because you're just going to write another song anyway. So there's no, as far as the differences, there in the writing process, there isn't any. I think it's just it's a matter of taste. Like when the Steel City guys have a little bit of a different taste in music than Rob might have. So songs end up actually naturally gearing themselves more for one or the other, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that's kind of how. I mean, Mike would send stuff, and listening to it. There were things that I gravitated to that I liked that just was personal to me. So, I think that our different influences. Mike had a particular, I'm sure, thought in his head of how that song was going to go. Say "Darkness Falls" or something, but then I got it, added my vocals and my background and influence to it, and it became a totally different song. So
Totally. And like for instance, "The Darkness Falls" is a great example, because to me, when I wrote that song, the song had a very Europe-y feel, and when you sang it, when it came back, it kind of still had that musically, but from the lyrical standpoint, to me, it was just straight up Dokken. And I was like, this is just badass. And then those high notes that you're hitting in there are just ungodly. And it's like, oh my goodness. Yeah. So now you know why Ty chose him over me every time. But, and there were songs like, for instance, the first song, the opening song, Locked and Loaded. When I first sent that, like I sent it to Roy, I sent it to Rob, I sent it to them both. I thought for sure that was like right up Roy's alley. And Roy's like, well, Mac, I'm really not feeling that song. So, and Rob loved it. So, like one man, I guess, what is it? One man's trash is another man's treasure or something.
yeah.
So there you go.
Nice. So before I kick it down to Bobby, since you mentioned Dokken, because this also allows us to bring Rob in as well, singer-wise, Don's taking some heat again over the last day or so because of playing at the York Fair, and I guess he wasn't
Would you hear about that?
very Dokken-ish when it came to his performance of Tooth and Nail. So, Rob, let me steer this to you. Talk to us a little bit about just vocal care, but also what you guys think about these longtime singers. We can even include Vince, because he's out on tour right now, of course, doing the stadium thing, and he takes a certain amount of abuse as well. But Rob, what's your style when it comes to like vocal care, considering that's your instrument? And Mike and Rob, what do you guys think about just kind of these longtime singers that have been doing it for so long and giving us these products, but might not be able to hit it as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, those guys have been doing it for a long time. You look at Dawn, you look at Vince, and the styles. I mean, it catches up. And, okay.
Oh, hold up. You're breaking up there a little bit. Wait a second.
It's-
It's that brother love coming back.
Yeah.
It's the hotel Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you got to pay for the good one.
Yeah.
And get off the porn.
Well, while we're getting everything reconnected with the guys, Bobby, let's steer this on to you, bro. You've been to multiples of the stadium tour so far, and you've complimented Vince on.
Well,
You
the
know,
great
how
thing
he's sounding,
on there
but-
is I was just with Adam Reaver yesterday, and he and I were talking. Look, the Philly show was great. Hershey, and I really think it depends on the venue, and I'm saying that. A baseball stadium is not the most ideal event space to do a gig.
Sure.
They're not made for going out and that. When I was at Hershey, look, it was like a little baby JFK. It's small, narrow, and everything else. So your vocals are going to be, centric. They're going to go straight up the middle. Vince sounded fucking amazing in Hershey. Everybody did. But I really think it's the venue. And not to throw anybody under the bus, but I seen a person post something, and I was a little pissed off when he wrote it. One, because he's a little wet behind the ears, because he's a little too fucking young. When he wrote about the concert, bitching about this and that, and I'm not going to mention names, Andrew Sabati, but I'm like, dude, really? If you're going to suck on the kiss dick so much, stop. Everybody has an off night. It's the venue. It really is the venue.
Yeah, I mean, I saw him in the DC show, and I thought Vince sounded good. And the fact that he was running back and forth to the stage, he looked way better than he did at M3.
Oh my God! Look, we ain't going to talk about that fucking M3 show.
So I'm like, anything.
We can go Ace and everything. Look, I seen Ace at the Keswick, best show I ever seen, and I'm going. It really is the venue, and it's your guys you have behind you. And Mick was 100% fucking. I kept looking at Nikki, and I'm going, oh my God, when did fucking Jake come up and play bass? But Nikki sounds, and Tommy is on fucking fire.
Nice. So Bobby, what's your take on this? The guys are back connected, so we'll bring them right back in. But what's your take since we're on this topic a little bit about when it comes to like Don, who's been very open over the fact that he recorded these songs in an incredibly high vocal range, knowing he wasn't going to be able to do them his whole life. But he's taking some heat because of York Fair last night. I guess Tooth and Nail was a little bit sloppy. So what's your take on a guy like Don?
It was a shame. Yesterday morning, I was with Adam, and Adam asked me if I wanted to go up to York. I was like, I kind of blew it off. It wasn't feeling up to it. And love John Levin. John, what a great.
That guy's badass.
Yeah, dude.
John's an amazing guitar player. And look, we all, to throw anybody under the bus, I'm going, fuck. I'll be 58 on Friday. I can't do half the shit I did 30 years ago. And after breaking my hip, I definitely know that shit. So if you're going to bitch, I love these people who go to shows and expect the 30-year-old Don Dokken, George Lynch, Michael Sweet, whatever. I'm going, you're not going to fucking get it. You're not going to get it. If you're going for nostalgia, go there and applaud. Go, thank you that you're doing these songs, because I get tired of fucking seeing these bands that are coming out and there's no original members or whatever. I love seeing the original members. If they're doing it at their best ability, give them the horns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not everybody can be Rob Halford.
Yes.
Yeah.
And look, and Rob will even say it. Look, that shit. Look, I just got finished reading Confessions. What a great thing. God, I thought I was the only one in 80 who dabbled in PP. Listen to Jawbreaker. When he put that in there, I'm going, oh my God, I didn't know that was about a big cock coming in your mouth.
Well, normally this is the time that we put Angel on blast with something
Yes,
like that.
Angel.
But
How about
but
it?
at the same time, now that we've got the connection back and we've got the connection good, I want to bring the guys back in and kick
Good
it back
idea.
to Rob again, because we were getting kind of clicky on things. But yeah, Rob, talk a little bit about like vocals.
This is what I go through every week, dude.
Oh, good Lord.
Trust me. Bobby does this to Angel every show. Unfortunately, you're getting it this time.
Thanks a lot for taking one for me. I'll make it up to you
Team
tomorrow
Angel,
and buy
come
merch. I'll make it up to you tomorrow and buy merch.
I'm sure.
All right. So what's the question?
No, so I'm steering it back to where we were going, kind of when we got kind of cut off a little bit. Where Rob, just talk a little bit about vocals, keeping yourself in shape, and then just your take on these guys who have been doing it for 30 years.
Well, I mean, I agree. It's, these guys have been doing it for a long, long time. It takes a toll, and even when they were at their prime, they had good days and bad days. I when I was younger, I had originally gone to school, auditioned, and was going to school for vocal performance, right? And I didn't end up doing it because you get sick, you got a cold, whatever, you can't perform. That's your grade, So I can tell you, as a singer, there have been times when I've gone to hit those highs and just the voice wasn't there. It's dry air. Didn't get enough sleep the night before, just, it was like 4 shows in a row. So, I mean, being a singer is tough when your voice is when your instrument is your voice, it's tough. So yeah, I kind of, when you're not taking care of yourself, that's a different story, but, age catches up to you. I don't want to say overuse, but usage over and over, it's a instrument, it's a human, organ. So, it is what it is. Some people are
how
blessed.
it is if you overuse your organ.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Here we
You
go.
gotta, well, you know what
There we
happens. I mean, you overuse your organ, you get in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
chafing hurts.
Right. Yeah.
You chafed your voice, man.
Well,
Yes.
For sure. Guitar players get arthritis. It happens.
Yeah.
Well,
People get old, man. Father time is undefeated.
No,
hey,
John,
look at Glenn Tipton and KK. I mean, look, you got to give kudos to these guys. Look, we're all fucking getting older, with
Yeah.
Parkinson's and everything else. I mean, everybody's bitching. Oh, this guy doesn't. I'm like going, fuck. Are you going out to see a show from 40 years ago? Are you going out to support the band? That is my thing right there.
Yeah. Dude, I've seen
Yeah.
I've seen Dokken several times. Actually, one of the times I saw him, you opened up for him.
Yeah.
And I know that I'm not trying, I think even Don would say, he's not going to say, oh, I could do everything I did in my youth. He knows he can't. I enjoy them for what they are. I enjoy them every time I see them. I've seen them with, McCarville backing them up on the high notes. I've seen them with Mark Bowles doing the same thing. I've seen him like back in the day, even in the early 2000s, I saw him. I've enjoyed it every time. I just take it for what it is. And I know that, and this is where I might separate from a lot of people. Oh, well, this band doesn't have all the original members, so they're just a tribute band. Well, you could look at it that way, or you could say, hey, I never really got a chance to see Y&T in 1985. Thank God they're touring in 2022. That's probably the band outside of Kiss that I've seen the most. And I'm sorry, man. I love Y&T, and I don't give a damn that the three other guys aren't the original dudes. I mean, they've had some deaths in the band, and that's part of it. But, I mean, that's the reason. But who cares? Dave Meniketti is out front singing. That's all that matters.
Well, but here's the other thing. I'm going to go this route. When you have a band and nobody's the original member, it's a tribute band.
Yeah, I guess it just depends
Yeah, I
on
suppose.
yes and no. But I mean, you got to look. I mean, how long has Kelly Hansen been in Foreigner? Long time. Jeff
Well,
Wilson.
I know that, and
Long
we
time.
look like Arnell Pinetta and everybody else. But I'm saying when there's no original members in the band, and they're going out, and I'm just going, wait a second,
So you're like my wife. When I tell my wife, hey, let's go see this band. No, I do not want to see them. Not the right guy. No, thank you. And she just,
I don't
she's
have
great.
that accent.
What's that? Oh, my wife is Ukrainian. Her voice is much more beautiful than mine, believe me.
Ah,
But yeah, but she's a trip, man. She'll say the same thing. She's like, unless it's the original singer, I don't want to go. A lot of times.
I'm not saying original singer. Look, we've had a lot of people on the show, and a lot of the bands are on that end, and that's what separates us from a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Do interviews. But when I want to go hear a band, I want to hear the guitar parts sound like the guitar parts. I don't want to hear, I want to hear the fucking solo sound somewhat like
Well,
the record.
yeah. And the thing is as the guitar player, I can tell you, you're trying to go as close to note for note as you possibly can to what you played on the album, because that's what people want to hear. It might not be 100% perfect, or I mean, it's like every last note's the same, but it's going to be damn close. And that's the key. You try to be true to what you do have to be true to what you've represented yourself on album.
I mean, look, we all grew up in the era of Vito Bratta, Steve Lynch. There are certain songs that you hear and you just go, oh. And if you can't bring that, it's kind of, I'm going to do a bat. Oh my God, it's like a chick who bites your pee-pee out a blowjob. It's like, take the teeth out.
Maybe somebody's into that, Bobby.
No, nobody likes scraping on the nog.
Oh, Bobby,
There's a fetish for everything.
Bobby, you so lack vision. But,
I'm sorry. I will take whips, chains, peanut butters, puppies, no teeth on the pee-pee.
Peanut butter with puppies.
Here's the other thing, though. Like, going back to something like the original members type thing, I think it kind of depends really on what the band's looking to do from there. Because here's the reality of it. Quiet Riot hasn't had an original member for 15 years.
Yeah.
Because Frankie was never an original member. So after losing Kevin,
yeah, it's true.
Quiet Riot wasn't even an original band anymore. I think it really kind of depends on what they're doing. Like, look, I'm a huge Typo Negative guy. So they brought in Johnny Kelly to replace Frankie Banali. I love Quiet Riot anyway. But the fact that you got a Typo Negative guy coming in, dude, I'm in. I'm down. I am super duper in. Because I am personally, I love Jizzy's tone for those songs. I thought that James was fantastic. I I thought this guy Scott that they had for like the length of a cup of coffee, I thought he was all right. I thought he did a good job. I was never particularly into that Mark guy. Nothing personal to him. It just wasn't quite what I was into. But of all the quote unquote singers that they've used after Kevin, Jizzy's still my favorite for not only like that style, that swagger, but kind of still fitting that visual, considering that Quiet Riot's been around.
So, Jay, I want to address the elephant in the room. So we had a gentleman who is not on our show tonight, and I'm going to bitch slap him right now, Mr. Steve Prescott. Oh, okay. So we're going to talk about Pantera right now.
Okay,
So we
let's
got
talk about Pantera.
So we're going to talk about Charlie Benani going out and Zach, and they're doing a tribute, and everybody's going, oh, Steve did this major post, and I'm going, wait a second. They're not doing an album. They're not doing anything. They're going out, and blessings to Zach and Charlie from Anthrax and, Black Label, but going out with, Damage Plan and everything, I'm going, wait a second. Fucking why not?
Yeah.
Rex,
Agree.
No,
fucking go out, because
That's
none of us
exactly
are ever going to hear. I've never seen Pantera.
yeah, no, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
Ron,
two-
go
yeah,
ahead and
two-
kick us off on that.
Two
Ron.
big things with that. One, Dime's family gave the blessing. So that right there automatically does it. And if you're going to have anybody play those two roles, Frankie and Zach are the two because they're good friends with
Yeah.
Charlie.
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 Frankie. But yeah, those guys were good friends with Dime and Daryl. So if anybody is going to do it, those are the only two, like, especially with Zach. Zach's the only person I could personally think that Dime would be like, hell yeah, man, this is who I want to play with the car for me.
Yeah, and the thing about Zach, I'm like, look, I have no filter. Zach fucking has no filter.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, Bobby. Just wait till we get him on the show because
The thing about Zach, the great thing. So Mike, I'm going to throw it back to you and Rob. What do you think about something like that? With you have two big heavyweights coming in and carrying a torch.
Well, I think it's great. It's a tribute, right?
Yeah.
Really, right? So it's people paying tribute to what we can't hear anymore, which I think is different from the other situations that we've been talking about. I mean, as you were talking about that, it reminded me like of AC/DC, right? When Bon Scott died, and then they had Bon's mom's blessing to carry on. She wanted them to carry on. She said, if I remember correctly, right, that's what he would want you guys to do. He wouldn't want the rest of the band to have quit. I mean, I do think, going back to what we were talking about with the, different singers and the different situations and, vocalists losing their voices, guitarists getting, arthritis, whatever. I do think there is probably a time to call it quits though. Right. You can adjust for, what's going on with your body, what's going on with life, but there does, I think, probably come a certain point where you're going to be, I just can't do this anymore. I'm not going to, I'm not doing the music justice. So it's time to hang it up. What do you think, Mike?
Well, I think to your point, and then I'll get to the Pantera thing. I think, I don't know. When you're looking at, when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. But I think these guys just don't want to be told it's their time. It's up to them. Nobody should be telling anybody step off that stage. They should make that decision for themselves. But in regard to the Pantera thing, never really been a Pantera fan, but just the premise of it with these guys wanting to go out and do it, I don't see a problem with it. Why not? What's the big deal? Especially if the family of the band, especially of Dime, is behind it. Man, life's too short to worry about, oh, this is just a tribute band. I'm just not that guy that's going to be, I'm not that guy that's going to light people up just because it's not the original members. It's just not who I am. I guess that part of that is because I grew up being a massive Kiss fan. And in 1980, Peter Criss left. I was somewhat thankful because Eric Carr's 10 times the drummer that Peter Criss is. And I'm not trying to Yes, I am. I'm trying to rip on Peter Chris. But anyway, and no, but in all seriousness, he was a great, he was a great drummer. He was a fantastic addition to the band. When you look, whether you like him or not, Vinnie Vincent brought so much in songwriting to the band. He was an able-bodied replacement, as was Bruce Kulick. All of these guys brought something to the band that, in my opinion, made them just as good, if not better, than what came before. I love both eras of the band. And I think being a Kiss fan, as we were alluding to earlier, I think the expectation is that band members leave. They're going to be replaced. And it is what it is. Dude, Steel City, I started to feel like, in a way, we're almost like Spinal Tap. But in regard to the drummers, and I think we've got our guy. And, but it just, life happens, man. For whatever reason, you're not going to be able to keep a band together. And I think people need to understand and realize that it's not as easy as it seems, period.
You're definitely right. Hey, Angel, do me a favor, bro. Make me the big screen.
Hold on.
Yeah.
1 second.
Puff them up, Angel.
So
he made himself the big screen.
It always does that.
Unfortunately, some breaking news real quick. For anybody that's not particularly surprised, Skid Row and Enough's Enough at Hammerjacks is canceled.
Wow.
So, sorry, Baltimore Metal Summoners. This potential Hammerjacks thing may still be a pipe dream. So we just lost
breaking news. You heard it here first.
Just lost Skid Row and Enough's Enough at Hammerjacks.
Damn, that was
sorry about that, Metal Summoners and Baltimore fans. And my buddy Tony is the guitar player in Enough's Enough. So trust me, I'm hurting too, because that was going to be an excuse for me to see my buddy. And I mean, and all five of us, speaking simply for the Metal Summit and Ron, were all present at M3, and Eric really did a great job when it came to that. But anyway, steering it kind of back to the Pantera conversation. So my take on it is actually really simple. And I was having this conversation today with Dave Wakefield, who's a friend of the show and a good friend of myself. He's going to be doing merch and stuff at Masquerade tomorrow. So shout out to Vintage Vinyl and everything that they're doing. My thing is really simple. If it bothers you that much, don't go.
Yeah.
So here's my thing though about it. I'll admit I do not love it as Pantera, and I'll simply tell you why. Rex and Phil have done a band together already in Down. So it's a weird thing there where seeing them together is kind of a been there, done that kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I personally would prefer, I think it would have been kind of cool if they had simply done it as something like Phil Anselmo, for example, has a band with Bill Moseley, the horror actor from the Rob Zombie films. Mm-hmm. They literally have a band together called Bill and Phil, or Phil and Bill, something like that. I think something like that would have been kind of cool, where it was Phil and Rex or Anselmo and Brown. But here's the thing, kind of like what the Misfits are doing, where the original Misfits, Jerry Only, Glenn Danzig, featuring Doyle Wolfgang von Frankenstein. I think something like that kind of would have been maybe a better way to do it, where it's like Phil Anselmo, Rex Brown, playing a complete tribute to Pantera featuring these guys. I'll admit, I just don't really love them calling it Pantera, even though it's been completely documented and clear that it's a tribute. I just don't love using the title when it's half those guys, because the one thing I'd always said is obviously we haven't had Dime for over 15 years, but I was one of the guys that was very pro Zach. If they could get their shit together when there was still 3 out of 4 guys to be able to get Zach in play. And again, just like Bobby said, there doesn't have to be an album involved. Nobody's expecting Zach to be the newest member of Pantera. That's not the point. But for it to be Pantera, I would have preferred it to be at least 3 guys versus this kind of half of a thing. So I simply don't love the using the name Pantera as the focal point. I think it should be the guys paying tribute to the band they created, kind of a thing. That's kind of the way I look at it. So I would have liked, I think I'd like it to be kind of put out there, kind of like the way the Misfits are doing it. But go ahead, Mike.
One question: are you cool with Kiss using Kiss?
I am, and I'll tell you why. Because unlike Pantera, Kiss made it very clear that it was more about the brand.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why. I know exactly where you're going with
Yeah.
that. I think that was a fucking fantastic question.
Okay.
That's my clean, clear response is that it's been very clear to me, I think, and maybe to some other people, that Kiss is built so much as a brand where Pantera wasn't. But
Right.
that's a really excellent point for people that kind of see the Pantera thing the way I do.
Well, I'm a Guar fan, and there's no original members in Guar.
Yeah, that's
I know, and they're playing Philly, and I'm going to go to the show.
It's like I mean, there's some old school guys, but I'm like, who can like? Hey man, 2 out of the 4 is better than 0 out of 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again,
For sure.
if they come to town, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be there. Absolutely.
I
With bells
want
and
meat
whistles
thrown
on,
at me.
definitely
I
all
want a
about
big
it.
chunk of meat in my face.
Right.
Wink, wink.
I'm definitely gonna go. Like, I support it. I'm all about it. It's long overdue. It's just unfortunate that we lost, Vinny, just kind of out of the blue. That's just kind of a bummer because it was long overdue then.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put this out there. Bobby kind of lost me when we mentioned peanut butter and puppies in the same breath.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now. Here's the whole thing with peanut butter and puppies. The dog gets fed, and I'm happy. That's all I'm going to say.
I love how you're trying to justify that.
What? Look, I'm about sheltered pets.
Yeah, but you and Mike were
I can
already
do
talking.
rescues.
And you and Mike though earlier were already talking about carpal tunnel, and you two should know better than anywhere how to take care of your own wood. Mike, you were at our interview at Rockin' Pod. You should have known better that this was coming.
Oh, I knew it. It's
And I
so-
just found out Rob
It's still
works for
funny every
Highmark,
time, man.
which
That's
I
all
do
right.
a lot of stuff with up in Pittsburgh.
Peanut butter and puppies. What about Pittsburgh?
I work for a company that employs people with disabilities, and I'm
Okay.
one of them. But in Moon Township, so I do all the recruitment, and I'm on the board of Highmark and everything. So,
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, that's
and
that's,
I'm a
not too
Highmark
far from
card
me.
holder.
Right. Nice. Well, Angel, let's kick it back up to you, buddy, and anything that's popped up from the Metal Summoners. It's all
Yeah,
you.
what popped up, Angel?
2 really good fan questions.
How big?
I'm trying to get to Carl's question.
Is it a long question?
Are they long?
Yes, it's about as long as my.
Putting him on.
Here's the question.
So it's very short.
Who's your favorite guitar players?
Oh, a question with some beef to it.
We love beef.
Oh, yeah.
Where's the beef? Where's the beef?
A question that has some
My
wood to-
favorite.
or
You
wood.
want to answer that first, or you want me to?
No, go ahead, because I play
geez.
guitar as well, but Mike plays way better than I. So
he's
you're the
not giving himself enough credit. I'd have to say, for sure, first and foremost, my first guitar hero was Ace Frehley. I mean, I own a Washburn Ace Frehley guitar, for crying out loud.
Do you?
Yeah, I got one with a red stripe on it. It's really cool. Love it. Honestly, man, I got to be straight with you. If it played better with that Washburn Wonder Bar, it's just, no. If it played better, I probably would have brought it to this show. But I'd
Why
say
is
Ace
everything got to be straight, Mike?
Yeah, got to be straight. Says the guy with a stack of International Mail magazines somewhere in that studio.
Hey, look, I got more wood in here. Oh,
That's like solid wood too, playing. Know what I'm
oh my
saying?
God!
Yeah.
I've got that. Oh, we're playing Omaha, and you got big beef here. Oh, that's past Sunday.
Oh,
So Ace Frehley for sure. I'd have to definitely the guys from Europe, John Norm and Key Marcello.
Nice.
yeah.
My buddy Mars from Europe, he always tells me he knows I'm a big Norm fan. He's like, yeah, he goes, you're a big Norm fan. He goes, but he calls me Baby Key sometimes because a lot of the runs I do, a lot of those ascending runs, and it's fun. But Reb Beach for sure, without a doubt. Reb Beach.
love fucking
Yeah.
Reb.
He's a badass. He's from Pittsburgh.
Yep, Reb's from Pittsburgh.
And of course, I like George Lynch. He's up there, as as is John Levin. His the Dawkins Current guitar player. That guy can play. He's ridiculously good.
Hey, so my Pittsburgh buddies. What about Freddie Nielsen? Freddie played with Paul Gilbert.
Yeah.
I got to be honest with you, Gilbert. Those guys like Racer X, that whole thing. Those guys were all shredders and everything. But I'm all about the song,
Freddie
man.
did the whole thing up near you. He was doing the whole Queen thing up in Pittsburgh area.
That's by you, man.
Yeah.
I'm in
Yeah.
LA. So
It's
Oh, you're LA?
I live in Los Angeles, my friend.
Oh, really?
Not-
Oh,
Yeah.
me speak no English?
No hablo inglés.
Yeah. I
Where's
live,
your green card? No.
My green card is right here, maricón.
I know what Maricón means.
That's what you get.
Oh man.
No, I'm with you on the melodic thing, right? I mean, you can shred, but if you're a guitar player and even if you're a shredder, if you can walk away and you can like recognize the hook of if you can hum the solo, if you memorize the solo, it's good, no matter how fast
Yeah.
or slow it is. Like it's a well-written song is a well-written song. So that's one of the like Vito Bratta,
Yeah.
somebody mentioned earlier, like just fantastic guitar player, melodic, but stylistically, innovative.
Phrasing in a guitar solo is everything because you're really just playing to complement the song. It's not all about wankery and because not every song calls for like some massive guitar solo either.
Hey, look, that's why Eddie only did 8 bars. Look at
Yeah.
Beat It.
That's badass.
Yeah.
He didn't get any points for that either. We talked about that earlier. I don't think he got paid to do Beat It. He just went in.
No, he
Yeah.
didn't. He didn't
Bolted.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah. So what are the questions you got for us, man?
I got a question from Julie. She wants to know: Do you prefer big festivals, smaller shows, or a combo?
Rob, you play more than I do.
Doesn't matter as long as there's people there who want to hear it, enjoy the music. Doesn't matter if it's a big festival or small show.
Yeah, I'm about the same. I don't think I really care. I'm just happy to get up there and play. And once that first chord's hit, that's when all the nerves kind of melt away. Up until then, I'm probably wound up pretty tight. It doesn't matter how big the show is.
So I got to throw this out. You guys talked about shredders. So my buddy,
Hold on one
Ross
second.
Halfson.
Hold on 1 second, so I can put the picture on the beauty queen. We got
My buddy-
no, not those guys. You.
Oh, dude.
No.
my buddy Ross Halfin sent me this book from
yeah.
London, and photographer. And the coolest thing is, who signed it for me?
No, nice.
That's it.
Nice.
Ozzy.
Nice, Ozzy.
Oh,
Definitely.
very cool.
It's a whole tribute to Randy. And
Nice.
Oh, DK. Can't wait to see you in Philly, brother. We
Yes,
love
me neither.
but yeah,
Was that-
I mean, you talk about a guy who, we talked about Quiet Riot and everything. I mean, there would be no Quiet Riot if there wasn't for Randy.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
I
Big-
mean,
Question for DK is: did DK bring like a really cool shirt to wear on stage this time? That's the question. He's my
Yeah,
inspiration, man.
DK, can you give us a little hint or a preview of that of what shirt you're gonna rock?
I like the one he wore last year. He had one that said, "Don't be a salty bitch" with the Morton girl on it. I was
Oh, with the
dying.
Morton girl on it, dude. I love that one.
Me too.
Yeah, for sure.
I personally, I
Oh.
want him to go old school and bust out the skeleton hoodie.
Nice.
You can always
Nice.
plead the 50K. You
Yeah,
can always just say,
absolutely.
"Hey, you'll see at the show."
There
Totally.
it is. Well, we'll be,
Hey,
we'll be
Angel,
there
right
watching
back
him on
up to you,
Friday
bud.
for sure. What's that?
I didn't hear
Oh.
anything you said.
Rob is the singer.
So,
Oh, hey,
Mike.
Bobby. Somebody would prefer that you become shirtless. I'm not going to say.
Okay.
Oh, so like Matthew McConaughey?
Ah,
There he is. All right. I believe.
oh my God! Hey, Bobby,
What?
are we interviewing the Plasmatics again?
No, I don't have any tape on the nipples.
No, we're
So-
interviewing Matthew McConaughey. Mr.
So,
Soderbergh, I believe I found a
Mike,
nice
I
place to
gotta
take my
throw this
shirt off.
out. So on the 17th, I'm interviewing a very salty individual who I'm, but I had to buy one of these to interview him with.
Ted Nugent?
Yes, Uncle
Yeah.
Ted.
Yeah.
Sweaty Ted.
We're gonna get muted.
Uh, but
course.
I figure, look, this thing, this wood is almost as old as me. It's a 68, so it's
68?
4 years younger than me.
I got a buddy that plays what do they call that? Is it a ladybird?
Birdland. It's a
What's that?
bird. Anything with a bird in it, I love.
Yeah.
I love a wood and bird together. Oh my God, who doesn't love a
So
wood
what
and
you're
bird?
saying is you really like a woodpecker.
I love a cock-a-doodle-doo. Or
Really,
any
cock-a-doodle.
cock-a-doodle. But
My
whatever.
buddy Alex Cole is a huge Ted Nugent fan. Plays one of those.
But so I got to throw this out. Being and it's for all of us. Somebody asked me 2 years ago. I got asked to do it, and I didn't do it because I had to stick up my ass. I'm going, oh, I can't do that shit. And then Tony, which was great, he goes, "Why are you not doing an interview because of what the other person thinks? Didn't you? What drew you to this guy?" And I'm going, it was fucking his music. Ted, when Free for All, fucking look, he was the first guy I heard the word pussy from on Double Live Gonzo, Nashville Pussy. I'm like, I don't even like pussy, but when I heard Ted say it, I'm going, yes, I'm going. But it was Uncle Ted not doing drugs, everything else, and just being a fucking badass all through the 70s. That was a motherfucker on a guitar.
Oh, he's badass. He still is, man.
Oh,
Yeah, damn
I'm
Yankees
so
was
looking
badass.
forward to seeing him and
Yeah.
everything. You know, look, we talked about Kiss and everything else. Don't take our childhood memories away. Let's embrace them.
Absolutely. And we're going to get a little bit of Nugent flavor at Masquerade because you know Greg Smith plays in Tokyo Motor Fest.
Yes. And I told Ted, I said, why don't you just call it Tokyo Stinkfest? But, you know, he didn't like that.
Nice. Angel, right back up to you, bud.
What do you like the most about being a musician?
Pussy. No, stop, Bobby.
I sure do like me some cats.
Meow, meow, meow.
Black cats, white
Hot.
cats,
Polka dot.
big cats, small cats. No.
Wait, Mike, you're in the Black Cats?
Smelly cat.
Yeah.
I'm glad
Oh, you
Motley.
are in South
I'm
Philly.
so glad Motley
so-
did not hear you.
Oh, he's here. He heard it. His eyes are open.
No, what do I like
Poor
most
Mo.
about being a musician? Just being able to honestly be able to write music, being able to play music, and whether it's somebody that's listening to, you know, what's been done on CD
Oh,
or,
bullshit. You did it for the blowjob.
no, Not really. I don't think we're talking about now. Are we
That
talking
was
about now? Or are
the
we talking about
gentlest
in high
no
school, dude?
ever.
That was such a drawn out no. No.
Bobby, are we talking about now or are we talking about in high school? I mean, like when you first started. Because of course, when you first started, you did it because you wanted to meet girls. You wanted to be like you wanted to be like your idols.
Well, I didn't. Well, I had blisters on my fingers. I was like, "Oh my
That's
god,
from
this
something else.
sucks." Why am I
That's from
doing this
something
shit?
else, Bobby.
And I was like, "Oh my god!" Then I read Rob Halford's book. I'm going, "Oh my god, I'm not the only one."
No,
I guess I wasn't breaking the law.
no. Oh, so okay. I got a funny story for you, Rob Halford kind of thing. If you want to hear it.
Hell
Go for it.
All
Go
right.
for it.
So,
Wait,
you guys-
where's la la la? La no,
So I don't know if you guys know this or not, but basically my knees back in probably about 7 or 8 years ago, they were completely jacked, and they were telling me that I was going to need to have 2 total knee replacements. And so I went in to get some stem cell surgery done, where they just cells in your knees. Now, how they get that is by drawing the stem cells out of your own hip. How do they get that? By hammering this big ass needle into your hip and then pulling this out, right? So doctor says to me, he goes, "What kind of music do you want to listen to while I'm doing this?" I'm like, "Dude, it's surgeon's choice, man. You're operating on me." And he goes, "No, seriously." I said, "How about some metal? How about some hard rock?" He goes like, "One of my people." And he was all excited. So he puts on some metal. He's sitting there hammering this freaking needle into my hip, and Judas Priest comes on. And actually, it was breaking the law. That's why you reminded me. So, and I just started laughing, and I'm kind of drugged up, and he's like, "What's so funny?" And I'm like, "Dude, you're hammering my ass with this giant needle, and Judas Priest is playing." And he's like, "What?" I go, "Lead singer's gay, dude." He goes, "He is?" And I said, "Yeah." He's like, "No." I said, "Yeah." He's like a one-man gay pride parade. And he's like, "I did not know that." No, and it breaking the
And I love that you just said he was hammering your ass. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
you like
yeah,
that. There you go.
yeah, breaking the law. Ram
So-
it down.
So, Mike, what did you think of the band Two?
What did I think of the band? Which one?
Two.
The Rob Halford band.
Oh, honestly,
oh,
dude,
that-
I've never
After
heard of
Fight.
it, so I can't say anything.
Yeah.
Oh, no biggie, dude. Yeah, he did this goth industrial band when he left Priest with John Five.
Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah,
that
but it was
good.
all you got to read the book, and there was a
Yeah.
whole thing there. It was a clusterfuck. And
It was a mess.
Yeah,
That,
I did-
that album
tell
is
you.
fucking sick, dude. It's so good. But
I like-
that situation, it was a mess.
yeah.
So
he's got
I got to ask Mike this, and we're going to throw it out because now that we're talking about gay things and everything, and I
Oh,
got to
here we go.
go this route. Mike,
Here we
how
go.
good do you know your wood?
How
which what are we talking
Well,
about?
we're
Are we talking-
not going to go that thing, but I'm going to say,
The-
Mike,
the
how
red one or
good
the
do
green
you know
one?
your wood?
my Les Paul, my Fernandez.
Wait, I got look, hey, got to go there. If you're gonna
Oh,
say,
my-
"Oh, I'm a guitar player," and dude, you got to know your wood. So
Every-
I'm gonna
the alder or the
I'm gonna
mahogany?
pull something out, and I'm gonna pull it right out, Mike.
Swamp
Pull
ash.
it out,
Just
Yes.
whip it out. Just
and
whip it
you
out,
gotta
Bobby.
you gotta identify what I'm pulling out.
Oh, good God.
no worries. He's not going to pull out. a
Oh no, trust
1964
me.
wood. No
Trust me. God turns away when this show is on.
So Mike.
Oh, wait.
I have a,
Oh,
look, my partner just turned 80. So
All
I'm
right.
going to pull out something that's if you're a guitar player and
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Hold on, Bobby. We do have a fan request.
Just whip it good.
Pull it out.
they told me to pull it out. So, Mike, it's a wraparound.
Okay. Yeah.
And
yeah.
it's look, it's not a bull, but it may be an ox color.
Dude, I got to be honest with you. I'm not a Les Paul guy.
You're not allowed, dude. What do you play? Pussy guitars? Come on.
I play Jacksons for the most part. Jacksons, Schecters. I've got a
Whoa,
few.
whoa. So this guy, you
But I-
know,
If it had a triple, it would remind me of Peter Frampton's Black Beauty.
well, wait.
I can see that.
But this could be a better one. So this was Mr. Jeff Beck's
Oh wow!
Oh, nice.
No way!
1955 Oxblood Les Paul.
Holy crap!
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
So wait. Okay, come on. Now I'm gonna.
I should have never told him that stem cell story.
No, not at all. Hey, Angel, real quick, while Bobby's bringing up the next guitar, after this
We got-
segment, do we have more fan questions?
We got somebody named Steve.
No, all good. No, because I want to bring Steve in as well. I just wanted to make sure.
Wait, when? Oh, there he is.
There's
So
Psycho
wait,
Steve.
Mike, wait. It's a pancake body, and I'm gonna do maybe a number for you right there.
And I'm supposed to know this because I'm a guitar player.
Oh God, we're fucking taking your guitar picks away from you.
I think you just lost your guitar card.
I think I did.
Oh, you are so guitarded.
Yeah. I hate to tell you.
You are majorly guitarded.
Yeah. Well. Okay.
It's a number 3.
Okay.
He plays in a band with 3 letters. That's all I gotta fucking say right now. Blank, what, where, when, why? What is the first part?
What did you say? Who?
Blank, what,
The
where,
Who.
when, why?
The Who.
Oh,
Very
Okay.
nice.
really?
Dude.
If I held this up, would you go, who's this?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Who?
Bobby's mom.
What?
Randy. Well, it's my mom too.
Yeah.
You know, but
Yeah. All right. So now.
if
that
I
we've
went like this, would this fucking scare you?
No.
I
I know. Duh, dude. Come on
No,
now.
Steve Luke up there?
He banged Valerie Bertinelli.
That's the rumor about town.
Yeah. Eddie.
Bet DK probably does know.
Ah. All right, Steve, back to you. I love that you are sleeveless tonight. You look so like, oh, yes.
He has a tough job this weekend, so he's making sure he's well prepared. He's making sure the teleprompter, I got that packed for him. Yep.
Yeah, dude. Let's bring in the host of the Gun Show. We've
Yes,
got Psycho
Yes,
Steve.
the guns are out.
Yes, sir. So,
What's
good
up, buddy? How are you?
Look at you
All right,
all
nothing
buff
more.
and shit. I'm like going to rub one off.
So, Steve, I want to bring you in on something because it's the right thing to do. Before you get into your the questions that you have for Mike and Rob,
yes.
we spoke about 20 minutes ago about the Pantera situation, just about our own separate personal feelings on the situation. For people that didn't see your post or haven't seen your live feed, as somebody who is very much intertwined with that camp due to your relationship not only to the camp but to Dime, it's the right thing to do to also give you a spot on the stage to discuss this with us. So please, man, take it away. What are your thoughts on the Pantera announcement?
Okay. Well, so I respect each individual member of this regroup individually as artists, but I honestly feel that they shouldn't go out as Pantera. They should call themselves something else. Now, I don't know who gave the carte blanche to Zach or Charlie
The
or
family.
or Phil, because from what I understood, like the owner of the rights of Dime's portion is Rita, which is Dime's long, girlfriend, and Vinny went to their father. So maybe they both said sure, but I don't know. But see, I don't like calling it Pantera because it's not really Pantera. The only real original member of this group, and it's really a super group, is Phil, because Rex is not an original member of Pantera.
Well,
Well,
neither
they're
is
only
neither
doing a
is
tribute. They're
Phil.
only
he
doing
wasn't
a
the original
tribute
singer.
tour, Steve.
What's that?
They're only going to do a tribute tour. They're only doing it as a one-off.
Oh, okay.
Phil's not an original singer either.
Well, so before, of course, they had another singer. I know that, but I'm saying what made them Pantera.
Well, yeah, Pantera is Pantera with Phil.
Right. So he is technically the real only original member when Pantera really broke out, I should say then.
Yeah.
And then Rex came on later. But, and like I said, I love Zach dearly and I love Charlie dearly. I think they should call themselves like Cowboys from Hell, a tribute to Pantera or something like that. Or call it fucking Psycho. There's a great song, they have named after me. So just that's how I think. Is Dime was a very dear friend, almost like a brother to me. I have a dog named after him. That's it. Yeah.
Well, tomorrow the clarification will be up, and I got to say this: it's so Charlie and Zach will be on Eddie Trunk show tomorrow to clarify a lot of things.
Oh,
Wow.
they couldn't come to us.
Okay.
Exactly.
Like I said,
There you go.
honestly, like I said before, I'm a fan of all of the bands that Zach has put together, that has Charlie has been in, and also Rex, and also of course Phil. So I will go to support them as musicians because I miss Pantera. I miss Dime. The end. But
Well, let's be honest, Steve.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we're never going to hear these songs again.
Right.
And to hear it done, look, if anybody else was going to step in, kudos to Zach and Charlie for doing it, because I think they're badass, and they're the two that were, and Zach was Dime's best friend.
Oh, I know. I was a pallbearer at his funeral. I stood right behind Zach. As Zach was in front of me, and on the other side was Vinny, then there was me. I get it, man. So, I miss him dearly. And I believe Zach will pay him proud and justice and stuff like that, because Zach is a fucking beast of a guitarist, too. And I hope he doesn't use his signature guitar. I hope he brings out the one that Dime has given him multiple guitars. So, hopefully he'll get to use a couple of.
It'll be that thing. We all bitch and complain and everything else, and we did it with Kiss and everything. We talked about it earlier. Like anything else, we bitch and complain till the show comes, and we go, "Fuck it, yeah, I want front row."
Right. Like I said, I will go because I support those four. Because I'm a fan of each individual talent, and hopefully they will portray them. But we'll go from there.
I've never seen Pantera. I would love to see this.
It depends on which Phil we get.
Right.
And Zach is going to do a
Yeah,
job.
but I think we're going to get a good Phil. I've seen Phil now a lot over recent years, and he sounds great.
Right.
So I think we're going to get a proper Phil.
Right. I hope so.
Yeah, for sure.
We need to.
Absolutely, 100%. But yeah, Steve, let's keep the segment with you, brother. We wanted you to bring you in on that previous segment because it's important, and you were a big part of that. So we definitely wanted you to speak on it for sure.
Well, I appreciate it. So, gentlemen, I'm sorry for my tardiness, but I just want to say this is a good single. Absolutely love it. Fantastic.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
You are going to have a full-length album or an EP. Could we just expect original or some cover thrown in on there? Because, with the name of your band, of course, me being the Kiss nerd that I am, because yesterday was the anniversary of Eric Carr's, first show with Kiss, and actually my first Kiss show ever. And that's how I got the name, was 42 years ago. Psycho Steve was given to me at that show by Gene Simmons. So
nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So could we expect all original, or could we hear a cover, or what could we expect?
Well, there are 10 original songs on this album that will be released on August 30th. We'll probably start shipping out most of the orders prior to that. Our original release date was actually going to be to coincide with Masquerade, and we've got some European PR partners who've asked us to set that back a little bit, so that's why it's not being released until the 30th. But again, 10 original songs, 1 cover, and yes, it is a Kiss song.
Awesome. May I know the Kiss song?
Oh,
Yeah, it's Love Gun.
Awesome.
yeah.
Very cool. Now, being Kiss fans and everything, what was Kiss guys your first show or?
No, it wasn't mine. How about you?
No, believe it or not, my first concert was Prince on the Purple Rain tour.
Oh, that's right.
Wow, really?
That's
Yeah.
good.
Not a
I'm
bad
the gay
start.
guy on the show.
Not, what do you say? Another gay guy on the show.
Yeah,
Only on Tuesdays, Bobby.
right.
You got to catch him at the right time. Let's see. My first concert, David Cassidy.
Oh,
My second concert was actually,
Wow.
I wish my second concert was actually my first. I saw Elvis Presley at the Hollywood Sportatorium in January of 1977. And then Kiss was my third show.
Wow. So where did you see Kiss?
I saw them in the same place, Hollywood Sportatorium, 1979 on the Dynasty Tour.
Wow. So
Was
You
it
seven-
guys
79 or 80?
blew out Cher next. I would like lose my shit.
no, it was
That's-
Bar-
The three first, I mean, I don't know how about David Cassidy. I mean, with his "I Think I Love You," but
Yeah.
I
Partridge.
mean, but
Yeah.
you know, Elvis was amazing, man. That was tough though because I felt so bad for my mom because she had 2 sets of tickets, and you know, she's this Elvis, you know, one of those girls that grew up in the '50s that just absolutely adored Elvis. So she had tickets that were right behind the stage, and she sold them at face value because she won another set of tickets off of a radio station. She figured those would be better. Well, we were halfway back from the stage with those tickets, and the people that bought her tickets were like, "Oh, when he turned around, it was like he was singing right to us." It was like, "Oh." But,
Hey, Mike, I got to ask you this. So, what was the creepiest thing your mom did at that show? If she took her panties off, I got to hear that part.
started swinging them around in the air. No, I just remember saying, I remember, and I was a big Elvis fan. I loved him, but I remember going, "Oh my gosh, mom, he's like really big," and it was because you're a kid, and it's
How
what you.
big?
He was jumpsuit Elvis, man, for sure. But she was like, "Don't disrespect the king." I mean, it was like, that'd probably be about it. But it was amazing because she was she was in her glory. And when I was watching that Elvis movie, and I've actually seen it twice, I almost brought Elvis. I have a guitar with Elvis on it. I almost brought it with me. But man, I just had chills watching that movie because I kept thinking if my mom were alive today, she would just be like that again, like a high school girl just losing her shit watching Elvis on the screen.
So, is the movie worth watching?
Oh, hell yes.
Okay.
I've seen it twice. It's great.
Hey, Mike, I understand where you're coming. You talked about that. Look, when I did this, so this is my guitar I did. It's very randied out.
Right.
But it's very, my mom was a huge Dolly Parton fan. So as you can see the neck, there's butterflies on it. Which
Right.
was her favorite Dolly Parton song. And Gibson did this for me. It's not a fucking Axis or whatever. So it's a 74 Randy with, so it's Dolly meets Randy. Think about how gay that is.
I think it's awesome.
This.
That's
Yeah.
really cool. For sure.
It's definitely sick for sure. But let's kick it back up to Angel so we can get back to our fan questions and stuff like that we had left over. But
Yeah.
also at that same time, fans, it is last call for alcohol. So make sure that you guys get your fan questions in so that way Angel can't read.
Hey, Jay, just
And-
because you said that, I'm going to crack open a $400 bottle of Macallan right now.
If you insist, that's on you, bro.
You're not gonna bring it?
Yeah.
I say, don't crack it now. Bring it.
Hey, look, that seal isn't even broke on this thing yet.
But yeah, fans. So get your final questions and your comments in, so that way Angel has them ready to go for Mike and Rob when we kick it back to them for the finale. But Angel,
Hey,
let's
Bobby.
get back to you right now, my guy.
I brought the Superman pants just for you, buddy.
Hey, look, a couple days ago was Linda Carter's birthday.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm trying to open this bottle. What the fuck?
Does it feel like the first time?
It depends if it's Lou Graham.
Oh,
It only depends if it's Luke. Again, you know what? Fuck this. I can't open that. I'm gonna go get my Kith wine.
That's all right, Bobby. We've all had that problem before.
my hands
But-
just ain't working.
We have a fan question. Where can they get the album?
Oh, that's a good question. We've got a couple of different places actually. I have a company. It's an S corp. It's called Idora Entertainment. Anybody that wants to pick up the album, if they want to pick up some merch, they could actually go to www.shopidora.com, and the album's there if you want to purchase it by itself. And also, if you wanted to go to www.idora.bandcamp.com. You can go there and you can pick up Love and Change. You can pick up Steel City, whatever you like. Either place you can pick up, Love and Change or Steel City. So shopidora.com or idora.bandcamp.com.
And on your Facebook page, I
Yeah,
can
you
see
can
the
hit the
link
shop.
on your Facebook check on your
What's
Facebook
that?
page.
Yeah, just
On
hit
your
the
on
shop
Facebook
now.
page, you do have it there. The
Mhm.
link.
Yeah, just hit the shop now button. It'll take you there. It's pretty simple. Sometimes I do things right. Hopefully I did that right because it's kind of
That's all right.
Hey,
Bobby
hey,
is still
Mike.
struggling with the bottle.
yeah.
Since I can't open the Macallan, but I
You gotta
can
see
open
this.
up the cold gin.
Oh yeah.
Let's see, you can open it in 5 seconds or less. Wow, that was quick.
Because everybody needs a little bit of cold gin in them.
Gene Simmons better pay us for the free
Oh,
promo
that
for
tastes
that.
like
That's
shit.
right.
Yeah.
Good luck with that wishful thought.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Gene's gonna pick anything.
No, not
last
after
time I
that
saw
review.
him, when they played in Philly at the Wells Fargo Center, I asked him, I was just like, I paid for Nikki and Sophie's college tuition for all the shit I bought through the years. And he's like, you know what? You're right. So he called over his handler and he handed me 3 T-shirts, one for Jack, one for Charlie, and one for myself. So,
Oh, nice.
Nice.
yeah,
Uncle Gene treated you well.
yeah, well, kind of family.
Yeah, he named them. I mean, his nickname, Psycho.
Steve.
That shit tastes like ass. And I know.
And just like that, Gene no longer will give us a promotion.
Yeah. Yep. That's part of that.
Stay with it, Angel.
Now I know where dogs lick their balls.
Back to you, Jay.
Oh, it's back. Oh, it's back to me.
Yeah,
Oh, good God.
I know you tried to pass it off to me, but it's back to you, actually.
All right, no worries. Yeah, go ahead, Ron.
Hey, Rob, you said you were from Pittsburgh, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you a Penguins fan?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How talking about Masquerade and being in Philadelphia? Are you burning right now?
No, not really.
You know how much our Penguins fans hate the Flyers. So
Yeah, I know.
You're
I know.
Penguins.
I used to live in Pittsburgh. I lived in Pittsburgh for like 15 years, so I'm a Penguins fan. So every time I go to Philadelphia, I'm like, oh God.
I only have 2 things to say.
Oh,
Number
boy.
one.
Here we go.
Number 1, go Tampa Bay Lightning. Number
I'm
2,
okay with Tampa.
Number 2, Franco trapped that ball. That's all I got to say.
Wait, Mike, where do you I thought you live on the West Coast.
I've lived all over, man. I was born and raised in Ohio. I was raised between Florida and Ohio. Lived in Tampa, Florida, or the Tampa Bay area for about 17 years before finally settling in LA. And I was ready to move back to Tampa. Then I met this lady called my wife, and I kind of got stuck in Los Angeles, man. She's a good woman. She's definitely worth staying for. No doubt about that.
Well, I'm gonna do a little Black Diamond right about now.
Hold on 1 second, Bobby. I need to.
He went from cold gin to
Hey,
black
God.
diamond.
Got to go from cold gin to black diamond. And look,
Yeah. Well, maybe that tastes like taint instead of ass.
I thought it was good, but it ain't.
So it's the cold. So it's the Black Diamond. What is it?
it's black diamond rum, which
Uh-oh.
is sponsoring. Oh, I got to give it out to Mr. Joe D'Angelo, who is doing the Kith Cruise Fest, and we will be there, and they are a sponsor.
Oh, you're gonna be at Kiss. You're gonna be at Kiss Cruise.
Yes, I'm
that-
shooting. I'm shooting the event and doing it with Joe. I'm doing Cruise Fest,
Oh, nice.
and I'm doing the whole. I'm doing the second leg of the fest, the cruise.
Isn't that gonna be in LA this year?
Yes, it is, and we will be at Cabo.
Ah, nice. Good for you. Good for you.
Nice. Just what you need. Tequilas from Sammy.
Oh, wait, I can get that too if you want.
I trust me. I have a bottle of that too, Bobby. It's all good
Why do I look like the Blue Lagoon tonight?
because you are the bluest of the lagoons, brother.
Oh my God! I can hardly wait to BLE. We are. I'm gonna. Did I tell you? You know, there's a bathhouse about 3 blocks away from BLE.
No, but I'm not surprised that you were all over that.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
I got a question for Bobby. If we get you a wig at Masquerade, you could go for that Bon Scott look because he got the blue jeans, no shirt, the tattoos.
There you go.
You could really
Yeah.
go for Bon
Yes.
Scott.
Yeah,
and then
Bob
I could
Scott.
do the song "The Jack."
There you go.
Hey, AC/DC.
Well, duh.
No, you can always sing "More Than a Woman" by the Bee Gees if you like.
Yeah,
Good call.
seriously. So as we steered around for the final go round before we cut you guys loose to veg out before we see you tomorrow, let's talk a little bit about Masquerade. Who are you guys looking forward to seeing?
Oh boy, that's a tough one. We've got Autograph there. You got Beasto, who I've never seen either one, so that's kind of people that I'm looking forward to. I gotta be honest with you, man. I'm really looking forward to seeing. I'm looking forward to seeing my boys in Native Sons, man. I miss those guys.
Nice.
Yeah,
I
so-
would go with Nitra, but that's just me.
Well, the thing is I got to see Native Sons a couple of weeks ago at the Whiskey, and man, Ashton and those guys just freaking killed it, bro. And he just came out and won over that crowd in like 30 seconds flat. I love seeing them. I love seeing them perform live. They're a bunch of good dudes. They're friends. I'm really looking forward to seeing their set, man.
Nice.
Hey, Mike and Rob, before I let you, we let you guys go. Look, I want to bring this up too. Being a lot of, look, we have 30 bands on there, and
Yeah.
we have a lot of artists who are doing it. What's going to set you apart from everybody else? What's going to be that thing that everybody goes, fuck yeah? What's going to make Steel City be Steel City? Are you going to come out? Again, is there going to be that thing? Look, we all went to shows where, we left, seen Rat, seen Poison, this, Motley, Bon Jovi. Everybody had a thing. We got 30 bands. How are they going to separate themselves?
I can only tell you this: whether it's Steel City or Love and Chains, we're just going to go out and we're just going to plug in, let that shit rip, have a blast, let the chips fall where they may, and just leave it out there, man. Hopefully that's what every one of these other bands is going to do too. And I think with that being the case, not only will we, hopefully, win over some people, they will too. This isn't just about us, man. This is about continuing the tradition of rock and
Yeah,
roll.
but now what I'm saying is, look, we all went through the 80s and everything else, and everybody did that and this. It's very hard to separate. It's kind of like everybody's got a chicken sandwich now. What's going to make you be the biggest cock?
Oh my God,
What?
Bobby, I cannot wait to see you tomorrow, dude. And I'm not even.
Yeah.
I just had to say that. Somebody's got to, wave it out there and go, look.
Quite honestly, I just feel, we've got some really dynamic members in each band. I think the songwriting speaks for itself, and I think the music's going to win people over.
Yeah.
Man.
That's what I was gonna say. I mean, there are certain bands you see, and it's all about the show, but the music's not like it's just like what Aerosmith said. Let the music do the talking. And we're just gonna go out there. We're gonna play it. We're gonna do it, and we think the music is solid, and people will walk away going, "Yeah, that kicked ass."
Music and fucking Superman pants.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Yes.
Look,
Fucking Superman
wait,
pants.
wait till you see what I'm wearing tomorrow.
Oh,
Assless chaps.
I knew it.
Dude,
I was
I
literally
knew
going to
it.
say it's going to be
I'm
like a
gonna be
fucking
shooting-
banana hammock. or something.
You're going to be looking. You're not even going to be looking at my lens.
Okay. Well, we'll be able to
Maybe
pick
the
you out in the
real
crowd.
So
Yeah.
where's
Where's Bobby?
Bobby? There
Yeah,
he
when he
is.
gets
Where's Bobby?
Wait, Angel, bring this one in. So right now I'm drinking some of the Detroit rum because
So let me kick it back to you, Rob. Who are you looking forward to seeing at Masquerade?
No one in particular. Everybody.
Awesome.
Yeah,
No, right on, dude.
yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure.
It's definitely going to be a good time, and we're really looking forward to it. I mean, obviously, us on this show, we've had to wait, 2 years as well. This is a funny story that I hadn't really addressed on the show yet, but I've told this story to people. So,
Angel, Jay, I don't wear dresses.
yes, you do. So this is actually kind of a Bobby story. It's hilarious. So I've been with BLE for years. I've worked for
Right.
BLE since they started, and so so Brad keeps me in the loop on certain things. So when the blackout happened, and we hadn't officially stated that we were postponing Masquerade, I already knew that we were going to. So we were doing whatever our episode was. It was like either our third or fourth episode. And Bobby, right before we were getting ready to sign off, Bobby, he's doing the right thing. He's like, "Oh, Jay, I need to ask you a question." I'm like, "Okay, what do you want to ask me?" He's like, "Dude, you're involved with this really killer show that we're all going to be at, and you need to talk about it." And I'm sitting there going, "Fuck, we're going to announce the cancellation and like tomorrow. Don't make me talk about it now." Absolutely. So we've got Ballroom Blitz. It's going to be fantastic. It's got this. But inside my brain, I'm like dying because I'm like, fuck, I got to pump up this concert that's going to get deleted in 2 fucking days.
Jay Dick teased us.
Oh, it's always, dude, trust me, I'll always make sure that there's the tip, bro.
He wiggled the
Just
worm
the
in
tip.
front of me.
Just for a
Oh,
second,
here you go.
just to see how it feels.
No, you can't have the pee-pee.
But
No, dude, you're about the peanut butter, Bobby,
and the puppies.
and the puppies.
Look, that's going to be your next tune. I'm telling you.
That's
That's
Puppies
right.
and peanut butter.
That's right.
All
Life
right.
ain't nothing but peanut butter and puppies.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dog gets fed and you're happy.
There's a
100%.
hook in there somewhere.
Well, Rob,
no
and
one
Mike,
ever.
the fact of the matter is, Rob, Mike, the fact of the matter is we don't do apologies, but we thank you guys so much for taking some time out of your evening to hang out with us,
Oh
guys.
no, man!
Oh, yeah, this is fun.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
We
Thank
are
you
really
for having
looking
us.
forward
We
to seeing
appreciate
you guys this weekend. It's going to be a great time. Before we officially cut you loose, Angel, I just want to double check with you and see if we have any fan
Tastes like
questions.
ass.
Wings.
Just saying.
We're good.
We're good. All
Yeah,
right.
one more thing, man, guys. I just want to shout out to Brad Lee, man. I just want to thank
Yes.
you for
Okay, I'll
for
do
putting
a
this
shout
thing
out for
together
Brad.
and bringing us on. We really appreciate it, man. Thank you for doing this show, man. You're a great dude. We love you.
Absolutely.
we
We
love
love,
you,
we
Brad.
love Brad so much. And Mike, Rob, thank you guys so much. We look forward to seeing you. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a great weekend. Metal Summoners tickets are very scarce. Get to 2300arena.com and get those tickets so that you can partake in this. And there are a couple of VIP slots available. There's meet and greets. There's very unique opportunities with those meet and greets that involve meeting the band. So you guys definitely want to get involved with that. So get on 2300arena.com and get your tickets before they go away, because this is going to be a rock and roll experience that you're not going to forget. Brad and Angie have done more than their fair share of work and pain and effort to get this thing going. So that's one of the reasons.
Oh my God! Think about it. We've got Philly. We got everything. You got a cheese. Where can you go get a cheesesteak? 2 blocks away, there's a glory hole. There's everything there. Oh my, yeah.
That all you had to do, Bobby, was tell them to come visit you at home.
Well, that's Doylestown. Nobody's driving fucking an hour up here. Unless they want a margarita at Poco's.
Exactly. Metal Summoners, thank you guys so much. We love you guys to death. On behalf of Love and Chains, for Rob and Mike, we thank them so much for taking their time out this evening. Thank you so much to our guy Ron S. with Empire Extreme
Yes.
with us tonight. He will be at Masquerade as well. And on behalf of the Island of Misfit Toys, for Bobby, for Angel, for Psycho Steve, and for myself, make sure that you're hitting everybody up on their socials. Hit up Steel City on their socials, Love and Chains on their socials. Follow these guys for the album announcement and everything, and then make sure you guys shop and buy. Live music is back, guys. Bands are hitting the road. Support these guys. There was a whole lot of talk during the blackout and a whole lot of bitching. Well, there's no time to bitch. Now it's time to put out. So get out there and support the live music scene.
Wait a second, Jay, before we go, what time are you guys hitting tomorrow night?
I think it's right around 8 o'clock.
It's gonna be great. So we got you, and then right after we got Nitro Nitra. So it's tomorrow's gonna be the shit. We're gonna have a blast tomorrow.
And we're closing it out with All or Nothing. Since we were talking about XYZ, that is the backing band for XYZ. So come on out and support All or Nothing as well. So we appreciate you guys, Metal Summoners. You guys rock. We will see you guys next week. Guest announcement.
No, we'll see you tomorrow.
We really look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow night. Philadelphia, 2300 Arena for Masquerade, 3 days. All or Nothing, Steven Adler, Autograph. Those are your headliners. We will see you guys tomorrow at Masquerade and see you guys next week right here on the Metal Summit. And as always, you know where you've been, you know where you're going to be, and we will see you guys next week. As always, you've been watching the Metal Summit.
Peace.